So in the part one of creating this wonderful player statistics dashboard, we saw end-to-end building of these four sheets, that is the player-wise statistics, where we created the parameter control to choose the feature or the choose the statistics like top fours, top sixes, top runs, and top wickets. Now here, next we built this line charts. We created the dual axis for combining both of the line charts for batting and bowling average. We reflected the same chart for fours and sixes. And finally, in this sheet, we reflected the player image for each of the player selection. Now what we'll do is we'll consolidate all of these four sheets into a single dashboard, and once we consolidate it into this dashboard, we'll introduce few KPIs. Like for example, for each of the player selection, the user will be knowing what was the highest run score by that particular player, what was the average force, what was the average sixes, what was the maximum runs, what was the wickets, and n number of KPIs. Will introduce that in that particular dashboard. And later, we'll be looking at bringing on some titles, we'll choose a color combination, and many more things. Now to create a dashboard on Tableau, you need to click on this dashboard tab, click on new dashboard, and this is the basic or the default layout which Tableau provides us. Now to change the layout, you need to click on this size, and in this size you can choose from n number of fixed sizes such as laptop browser, story, letter portrait, A3 size, A4 size, or any custom size. You can mention the custom width and height as well. Now here I'll just click on this automatic so that it will occupy the whole space so that we can use the whole space. Now I'll bring my player image first. Now I'll just hide all of these filters and labels for now, and later we'll include all of them in our dashboard. Now what I'll do is I will align both of my line charts horizontally on the bottom side of the sheet or the dashboard. So firstly I'll bring my battling and bowling average on the bottom, and besides this line chart I'll bring my second line chart which is fours and sixes over here, and I'll just disable these filters for now, and also labels will be adding later. And here I will include my player wise statistics sheet over here, and I'll just remove this filter. Now what I will do in this half section, I will include all of the KPIs which we want to keep. So let's start building our KPIs. So to create our first KPI, what I'll do is we'll click on new worksheet so that we can work on our first KPI. So the first KPI will be the highest run. So when user will select any particular player name, his highest runs will be appeared here. So I'll just drag this highest run over here. And here to occupy the whole space, I'll just click on entire view. I'll right click and click on format. And in this alignment option, you can see alignment options. I'll click on sheet and click on center so that my number will be appeared on the center. Now here I'll just rename this sheet as highest run and click on OK. I'll just bring this title at the center. So this is the first KPI. Now we'll work on our second KPI, which is average fours and average sixes. So I'll just duplicate this particular KPI. I'll just click on duplicate. So the second option is you can follow the same steps which we followed. You can just drag this force over here, then click on format, bring it on the center, etc. But the better option here is to just duplicate the sheet and just replace 4 instead of highest runs. Now for this particular KPI, instead of sum of fours, I think it should be replaced by average of fours, which is more sensible. And here also I'll just change my sheet title as highest. Instead of highest runs, I'll just keep it as average force KPI. I'll just reflect the same for success as well. I'll just duplicate this, and instead of force, I'll just replace it with success and click on average. and rename the sheet as average success KPI. Now the next KPI will be to see which are the total runs achieved by that particular player. So what I'll do is I'll just reflect this particular sheet again. And here, instead of average sixes, I'll just replace it with average runs. Now here, I think instead of average, sum of runs will make more sense. Now here also, I'll just change this sheet name as total runs. And that's it. So for now, we'll be considering four KPIs, which is highest run, average force KPI, average success, and total runs KPI. Now, if you want, as per the business requirement, you can change the number of KPIs as well. You can choose n number of KPIs from these particular measures, or n number of options are available for you. So for now, we'll just consider these four KPIs, and now let's bring all these four KPIs into our dashboard. So let's bring these KPIs into our dashboard. I'll just delete the sheet number 7. I think this is blank. So let's bring them. So firstly, I'll bring highest runs over here. Then I'll bring average force. Then my average sixes and the total runs at the bottom. Now I'll manually arrange these KPIs so that they can occupy space equally. Perfect. Now what I'll do to make this particular sheet, the player name sheet, more interactive, what I'll do is I'll just change the title as player name, and here I will keep the player name as dynamic. So if the user is selecting MS Dhoni, it will be reflected as player name is equal to MS Dhoni. This will be more interactive for our users. So here you can see player name, which is dynamic value, appeared here, and click on OK. Perfect. Now what we'll do is we'll enable this particular filter player name, and here, as we discussed before, we are giving the single value drop down, and in the single value drop down we'll disable show all value. Now when I'm clicking on Ambati Raidu photo will be appeared with player name as Ambati Raidu, and the name will be dynamic over here. Now since we are done including all of these sheets into this single dashboard, we have included all of these four KPIs into our dashboard, and also we have added one of the filter. So what I'll do, I'll include all of the filters which I'll be adding on the top. So here will be my filters. So all of these filters will be aligned besides all of these. Now what I'm thinking of is including another sheets. So basically I'm interested to see what is the strike rate based on the nationalities. So what I'll just click on new worksheet. I'll just include this player nationality over here. You can see all the player nationalities available here, which is Australian, English, Indian, New Zealand, and I want to see what is the strike rate for each of the nationality, and I will sort it in descending wise. So you can see Indian has maximum strike rate because the number of records for Indian batsmen are more. So the best measure over here is the average one. Now what I'll do is I will sort it based on the average batting strike rate. So I'll just click on this field, average batting strike rate, and the aggregation is average. I'll just sort it in descending wise, and I will swap rows and columns. And to occupy the whole space, I'll just click on entire view. I'll just disable this title as we did before. Now, as we did before, I am just interested to see which are the top 5 nationalities having maximum batting strike rate. So same way, I'll just include this index over here, and by default it's 6 because there are 6 line items, and instead of 6 I'll replace 6 with 5 and click on apply. And finally, I'll just enable my labels. Now here the labels have two decimal places. I just want one decimal places. So what I'll do is I'll just grab my batting strike rate into this labels. Instead of sum, I'll aggregate it as average. And here click on format. And here in font is correct. And it's in this number, I'll just click on this number custom, and instead of two decimal places, I'll just bring it to one decimal places. Well, that's perfect for the sheet number 10. I'll just rename the sheet as batting strike rate, nationality wise, and I'll just bring this title on the center and click on apply. Now what I will do is I'll include this particular sheet, batting strike rate, besides this player wise statistics. So this is the batting strike rate nationality wise sheet. I'll just place it besides this particular sheet, and I'll just bring them at the center so that the space will be occupied equally. So this is the preliminary view of our dashboard, which would look like after we have included all the KPIs, all the sheets onto our dashboard, and also we have included one of the filter, which is the player name. We'll be adding more filters in the later part of this video. But the first thing which I'll do is I'll just hide all of these sheets at the bottom because it's really cluttering. So what I'll do, I'll just click on hide, and now you can access each of the sheet by the sheet option. For example, I have hidden this batting and bowling average. You can still access this sheet by clicking on batting and bowling average sheet over here, sheet option over here. So you don't need to worry about. So I'll just hide all of the sheets. Now this looks much better. Now what I want to do is I've included this player name filter over here, which is MS Dhoni. But when I'm choosing the filter, this filter is getting only applied for this particular player name sheet, but I want to apply this particular filter to all the relevant sheets available on my dashboard. So what I'll do is I'll just click on this drop down, click on apply sheets and click on selected worksheets. Now, I don't want to apply this filter for these two sheets, the player wise statistics and batting strike rate nationality wise. So what I'll do is firstly, I'll just select all on dashboard and I'll just deselect these two sheets, that is which is player wise statistics. I'll just deselect this particular sheet. This is player wise statistics and batting strike rate nationality wise, and click on OK. Now, whenever you will choose a filter, like for example, if you're choosing MS Dhoni, all these four KPIs and these two sheets will be reflecting the value for this particular player. Now, for MS Dhoni, you can see total wickets taken are zero because MS Dhoni doesn't bowl, and you can see all of these batting and bowling average have been changing. Now, these bowling average is also zero because MS Dhoni have never bowled in his career, I think. Now let's try to change the player name from MS Dhoni to Deepak Chahar. Now, as we all know that Deepak Chahar is a great bowler, you can see the total wickets taken are 32, while the average four sixes and highest runs are just 46. And here you can see Deepak Chahar has only played from 2018 and 2019, I think. So as per the filter selection, all of these four KPIs and these three sheets are changing based on the filter selection. Now it's time to include all other filters as well into our dashboard. So I'll just click back to MS Dhoni. Now to include any filter, you can just click on any of the sheet. Now here you can add any filter which you are interested in. So here I'll just include the season filter. So season for season, I'm just choosing the years. So the user can filter between all of these years. So I want to use all of these values. So I'll just click on use all and click on apply. So you can see this filter has been applied. Now when we'll go back to our dashboard, you can just click on this drop down, and in this filters, you can choose the year of season. And here in this drop down, we'll select multi values drop down and we'll bring this filter besides the player name, and we can manually align the placement of our filters. So yeah, that's it. So what I will do is I'll just click on this relevant values. So what happens when I'm clicking on this relevant value is, so for example, if I'm choosing Deepak Chahar again, now as we know, Deepak Chahar has been only playing from 2018 and 2019. Only same years will be reflected over here. On the contrary, if I'm just selecting all values in the database, all of the values of the season that is from 2008 to 2019 will be appeared. And when I'm selecting 2008, all of these sheets where I've applied the filter will be blank. So it's not that great to see all the filters, all the sheets appearing blank. So it's better to keep it as only relevant values. So if I'm clicking on MS Dhoni, the user can select from relevant value of the seasons from 2008 to 2019. Now user can deselect the values, like let's say for example user don't want to see the data values from 2013 to 2015. So you can just deselect these values and you can see the values are changing. Now let's apply this particular filter to all of these sheets. I'll just click on select all on dashboard. Now here, what I'll do is I'll apply this filter to all of these sheets available and click on OK. So let's say user don't want to see the data from 2012 as well. He can just deselect it and the sheets will be reflecting the values as per the filter selection. Now, what I'm thinking is not to apply this year of season filter to these two sheets, that is batting and bowling average season wise and four and sixes season wise, because these are already presented based on the seasons. So I'll just deselect these two sheets from this particular filter, that is batting and bowling season wise and batting that and four and sixes season wise. Click on OK. That's it. Now what I'll do, I'll just enable the parameter which I created previously for choosing the statistics over here to select between the top runs or to see the players for top runs, top wickets, top fours and sixes. So what I'll do, I'll just click on this drop down and in parameters, I'll just click on my parameter name and here you can see the parameter has been appeared. Now if the user selects the top runs, he will see the top players who have top runs, that is Shane Watson with 477 top runs. Now I'll just bring this parameter besides this year of season filter. Okay, and I'll just place it on the left hand side. Perfect. Now I'll just manually align the arrangement. Now, since we have included the relevant filters, we have included the relevant KPIs, we have included the sheets, and also we have included parameters, the basic skeleton of our working and interactive dashboard is ready. Now, let's move towards our second part where we look after the presentation and let's see what we can do to enhance our presentation. We'll be adding the logos, we'll be adding the title, and much more things. So, first thing, what I'll do is I'll just reduce the size of the title to 12 and click on OK. And also I'll just change the title color to yellow. I'll just use the same color which is on the jersey of Mr. MS Dhoni so as to reflect the same color for CSK, which is the signature color for CSK. So to change the color, you need to right click and click on format title, and in this shading you can click on more colors. Now to choose the same color which is on jersey, what you need to do is click on pick screen color and you can just choose hover over the jersey and click on OK. And you can see the same color is reflected over here. Let's choose a bit darker shade of yellow. I think this is more vibrant and perfect. So what I'll do, I'll just quickly change the font and the color for each of the title and let's see how it looks like. So this is how our dashboard looks like after reducing the font and including colors in our dashboard. Now what I'll do is I'll just change the color code from blue and orange to some different color code of yellow. And I'll just enable the labels for both of these sheets so that the user must know that what does this blue line represent and what does this orange line really represent. So I'll just go on this batting and bowling sheet and I'll just change the color code by clicking individually colors in each of the line chart. So in average batting average, I'll just click on this color And now here I'll just choose this traffic light color palette. And for batting average, I'll just choose a darker shade of yellow. And for bowling average, I'll choose a bit brighter shade of yellow and click on apply. So let's see how it looks like, or rather I'll choose a more brighter shade of yellow. I think this is better. That's great. And I'll just reflect the same changes for fours and sixes season wise. I'll just change the color, click on edit colors. I'll use the same color palette, that is traffic light. For average fours, I'll click on a darker shade of yellow, and for average sixes, I'll choose this a bit brighter shade of yellow. Click on apply. Perfect. And now to enable the labels, what I'll do is I'll click on this sheet, click on this drop down, and in this legends, you can choose the color legend. Now here color legend will be appeared, but I don't want to present it in column format. Rather, I want to present it in single row. So in arrange item, you can choose a single row option, and I don't want to keep this title. So I'll just disable the title and bring my label at the bottom of batting and bowling average. Now I want to align this at the center. So what I can do is I can bring a blank object onto our dashboard, which will throw my legends at the right hand side, and I can manually align the sizes or align the legend at the center and grab these at the bottom. So you can see both of my filters are that at the bottom, at the center rather. Now let's see how it looks like in presentation view. It's perfectly aligned at the center. Now I'll just reflect the same changes for fours and sixes season wise. I'll just click on this drop down, click on this legends. I'll just disable the title and then arrange the legends in a single row and bring my legends at the bottom. Bring a blank element and bring my legends at the center and drag them below. Perfect. Let's see how it looks like in presentation view. And both of these legends are at the center and it really looks great. Now what I'll do is I'll just change the color code for both of these sheets as well, for both of these bar charts. In the meantime, I've just changed the color code from blue to orange. I hope this looks great. Now coming towards the filter, in order to make the filters more interactive, we'll just type, instead of player name, we'll just type select player name. Oops. Select player name, and I'll just align it at the center. Same for the statistics. Select statistics and keep it on center. Same for this. Now instead of year of season, I'll just write select year of season. Click on OK. Now in order to change the color of the filters, you need to right click on the filter and click on format filter and set controls. Now here in the shading option, you can choose the shading as per your requirements. Now here I'll just choose this particular yellow, or you can choose any yellow as per your choice. So let's see which looks great. So as you can see, I have used a very lighter shade of yellow for filters, and I think I will be reflecting the same color for background. Now by default, Tableau has given white shade for background color. So we'll just change the background color from white to this particular lighter shade of yellow. So for that, you need to right click, you need to click on format, and now in the shading option, you need to click on the sheet, and in this worksheet you can see by default the color is white. Now you can choose this particular shade, a yellow shade, or rather you can choose a very lighter shade of yellow. Now I'll just reflect this color for each of the sheet available on dashboard, and let's see how it looks like. So this is how our dashboard looks like. Now the next thing which we'll do is we'll enable the title. To enable the title, you need to click on this dashboard. You need to click on show title, and you can see this title will be appeared. I have already kept the title name as Player Statistics Dashboard YouTube tutorial. Now to change the title color, you need to right click and click on Format Title. Now in this dashboard title section, you can change the shading. So I'll be choosing this particular yellow, the same yellow color which I chose for titles. And now I'll just drag this title a little bit below so as to occupy more space. Now the last thing which I'll do is I'll change the default background color of our dashboard to a very darker shade of yellow. So let's see how it looks like. So what if I choose this particular color and let's choose a darker shade of yellow. Click on OK. I think this looks great. So this is how our dashboard looks like in presentation view, and you can see how beautiful it looks like. Now the next thing what I'm going to do is I'll just include the logo, the CSK logo over here, and add some branding images onto this dashboard so as to enhance the presentation. And let's see how it looks like. And also I have included the shading for our labels so that they can look better. Now let's see how it looks, how a dashboard looks like after adding the logos. So this is how a wonderful dashboard looks like after adding some relevant CSK and IPL branding images. Each of the relevant sheets will be changing on filter selection. We added dynamic parameters to present top players statistics wise. We included relevant sheets and many more things to create this wonderful and interactive dashboard. So if you love this tutorial, please do hit that like button and share this video with your friends. Lastly, subscribe my channel for more such amazing videos. So signing off for today, stay safe, take care, and thank you so much for watching.